2 decades ago, they had said that there is a gap between economy and ecology. What made this gap disappear?
Well, the gap hasn't disappeared, but reality does force your attention. Samuel Johnson said there's nothing like the prospect of being hanged to concentrate one's mind. Well, we face as the planet Earth, we face a collective hanging unless we do something about it. So I think that has brought a lot of people to recognize what the issues are. Unfortunately, there are still a large number of people, and particularly economists, who think that this can be solved kind of business as usual. We do a little tinkering here, we do a little tinkering there, we spend a little money, and we'll fix everything. That remains to be seen. That is one approach, and I don't say that we shouldn't, economists shouldn't be thinking about these problems. I'm very glad that my colleagues are. But I think we also have to recognize the limits of this approach in dealing with the tremendous uncertainties. That's really what the issue is, the tremendous uncertainties that are involved in issues of climate change in particular.
Is there any other strategy than the let's fix it strategy, a more sustainable one?
Oh, absolutely. I think, for example, our economies are focused on the idea that growth is desirable no matter how far you look out into the future. I think the alternative is that we in the rich countries, we've long since passed the point where we are supplying and satisfying people's real needs. Now growth is largely about superfluity. And I think the time has come to reconsider the whole economic project which has animated us for at least 400 years of growth and more growth and more growth, and rather think about deeper issues of life and the meaning of life.
If you live a clean energy life, if you live a sustainable life, if you take care for human rights, then we might have also more stable societies, which would affect economy. Is there a chance to bring this connection to public and to your economic colleagues?
Well, my economic colleagues will be the hardest nut to crack, but I think that these are necessarily related issues, that you can't separate them. You could imagine a solution to the climate change problem that would involve no change with regard to poverty, which would involve no change in our general way of life. If we do that, and I'm not sure that's possible, we could at least imagine it. But we would be addressing only part of the problem, because part of the problem is the social disintegration that we're living in. It's related, but it's not the same thing.